Welcome to the Divine Hangout. I'm your host, Hillary Jubilee. It is my intention that when you listen to this podcast, you experience an increase in peace, abundance, and divine miracles in your life experience. If you love all things spirituality, wellness, healing, manifestation, and miracles, you are in the exact right place at the exact right time. Let's enter the portal together. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Hillary, and we are back with another episode of the Divine Hangout today. And today I want to talk about manifesting for the highest good of all involved. And I'm going to give you a personal example of something really cool and fun that has happened recently in my and my partner's life. So in this particular example, my partner was looking for a job. He was laid off early in our relationship, and he was looking for a job, and he had interviews and nothing was happening, and then I was holding the faith, and it was just it kind of was going on and on and on. And we were like, hey, I know that he's getting a little bit discouraged sometimes, and it's just nothing's happening, you can't see it, but you got to hold the faith. Sometimes the 3D doesn't show us any movement, but as long as you hold the faith and just know that it's coming. And a really good way to manifest is just feeling it coming towards you and knowing that reality exists and feeling it coming towards you. So so he wanted a job that was work from home, paid probably better than what he had before or similar. And in my mind, I was just I didn't have much specifics. I just said a job for the highest good of all involved. He got hired with this Australian company, and it's just so random. We do not live in Australia. We live in Canada. We live in British Columbia, in the capital city of British Columbia, Victoria, BC, on an island on the west coast of Canada, okay? It's hired with this Australian company, complete opposite side of the world from us. Australia has always been at the top of my list to travel to. Anytime somebody would ask me, where would you travel to if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you travel to? I have no clue why. It just always was Australia sounds like a fun place. I don't know, I always thought they always had they have all of the deadliest creatures, and that's not why I want to go there, but just from what I learned, it's they got cockroaches, not deadly, but that's gross. Cockroaches, they have this jellyfish that if it stings you, you'll die, which is only in certain times of year or whatever. There's deadly snakes, deadly spiders, whatever. I hear that kangaroos actually are not that friendly. There's just a lot of crazy animals there. But anyway, so Australia has always been at the top of my list to travel to. And yeah, so he gets hired with this Australian company, and part of his contract is that they pay for him to travel there a couple times a year. And so so we're actually going in just under 2 months now. We just booked our flights and our Airbnb the other day, and it's really exciting. I haven't been on a plane since 2019, and I've been manifesting more travel. And my boyfriend gets this job with an Australian company. He works fully remote, and they pay to fly him, and they pay for his accommodations, and I will share his accommodations and pay for my flight, but that's fine. And I get a 2 weeks vacation while he works in Australia, and we will be going at the end of November. So for the highest good of all involved, as well, I was in the middle of doing an Isn't It Wonderful challenge around that time too. I've been saying, isn't it wonderful? If you don't know what that is, it's a Neville Goddard thing. I have a couple videos about it on my channel and on the podcast as well. If you find Isn't It Wonderful, there's a results video and the challenge video, and there's a couple of them back in 2022 or something too, or 2021. Anyway, basically you just fall asleep telling yourself, isn't it wonderful? And all of these magical, amazing things will start happening. But yeah, I just was manifesting for him to find a job for the highest good of all involved. And then he found out that he got this Australian job, and he's just I'm caught up in your manifestations. So that is my video for today. Manifesting for the highest good of all involved. It's not about you don't need to even have specifics. If you're manifesting for somebody else, you can be hey, I want them to get everything that they want and more. highest good of all involved. This could apply to any situation, you know, like if someone you know is going through like relationship problems, it's like sometimes our human brains don't know the actual best and highest outcome, you know, like we rarely do. We think we do, but we actually don't. So if someone's going through relationship problems and they're like they're distraught, it's like, just imagine the highest good of all involved. That might mean that they wake up and they find someone better for them. You don't know. That might mean that they repair their relationship and move forward. You don't know. But when you say for the highest good of all involved, you leave it out of your hands and leave it up to the universe and just like surrender the control. The highest good of all involved, surprise and delight me. Show me how good it can get. Highest good of all involved. Highest good of all involved. Yeah, highest good of all involved. So let me know if you try it. Let me know if you've ever tried it. Tell me the wonderful, magical things that happen to you in the comments, or send me a DM on Instagram at Hillary Jubilee. Okay, I love you, and I will see you in my tomorrow's video. Okay, bye.